First on Fox from the 3D Live Weather Center, this is your forecast first.
Good evening. Heavy snow and sleet has been falling across the area tonight, and it's going to continue into tomorrow evening. Now, we've seen some very heavy snowfall mixed with sleet at times this evening. You can see the darker blues indicating that right now. Fort Wayne seeing a little bit of a break, but it's going to be returning. Temperatures right now are in the upper teens. That's what you're going to see when you wake up, but it feels so much colder than that, and that's because of the winds. We're actually going to be watching the winds very carefully as the system moves through, and if you can see it, winds right now in Fort Wayne at 40 miles per hour. That's sustained winds out of the northeast as the system continues to move through. But we've been seeing gusts even higher than that, close to 50 miles per hour here. That's going to cause visibility problems and issues with snow drifting across the roadways as well. So here's a look at your 3D Live Wake Up forecast. 18 in Fort Wayne with cloudy skies and snow. Much of the area is seeing very similar temperatures, around 20 degrees in Van Wert with cloud cover and snowfall, and over near Columbia City, near 16 degrees with snow across the area. More details on this major storm system coming through tonight on Fox Fort Wayne News, first at 10.
The blizzard of 2011, sleet, snow, and high winds.
Too hazardous ice conditions. Company just shut us down.
Fox Fort Wayne covering every aspect of this dangerous storm, led by Chief Meteorologist Kenny Berg in the 3D Live Weather Center, and delivering the goods at the height of the blizzard.
Usually the call volume and the orders will start to really ramp up, between a 20 to 30% increase in call volume.
Fox Fort Wayne with dinner on the road.
The blizzard of 2011, special live coverage from Fox Fort Wayne. This is Fox Fort Wayne News, first at 10. Good evening, I'm Jim Blue. And Fox Fort Wayne Chief Meteorologist Kenny Berg forecasted this storm last week. She's been tracking the storm across the country tonight. Kenny begins our coverage with what we can expect in the next few hours. Kenny?
Well, Jim, we've been seeing heavy snowfall across the area along with gusty winds. Now, in Fort Wayne, we are under a blizzard warning. That's until 7 p.m. tomorrow night. That's because we are expecting very strong winds along with the snow. So let's actually take a look outside. This is right outside of the Fox Fort Wayne studios. And as you can see, very strong winds causing near whiteout conditions across all of Allen County as the system moves through. Now, we will continue to see the winds even throughout the day tomorrow. And just to our southeast, they're actually under a winter storm warning, and they have the potential to see a little bit more sleet and a little bit more icing because the temperatures over there are a little bit warmer, especially in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So what's falling there is more of a sleet mix, and we're seeing a sleet-snow mix. Blizzard conditions are possible across the region throughout tonight and into tomorrow morning. So what does that mean? That means we're going to be seeing sustained winds in excess of 35 miles per hour. Right now they're at about 40 miles per hour here in Fort Wayne. Falling and blowing snow, we could see snow drifts in upwards of 4 to 8 feet, especially across our northwestern viewing area near Goshen and Elkhart, where they're seeing some of the heavier snow. Visibility is dropping off significantly, and down to about 1/4 of a mile or less is possible as we continue to see the snowfall. And with the winds, we're seeing wind chills in the negatives, even though temperatures are actually in the upper teens. So snowfall accumulations for tonight and into tomorrow for our northwestern viewing area. That includes Warsaw, Elkhart, and Goshen. 10 to 18 inches are possible. Here in Fort Wayne, because we have the potential to see a little bit more sleet, we're expecting about 5 to 9 inches of snow sleet mix tonight. And then to our southwest, that's where they're going to see a little bit more of a sleet ice mix across the area. But all of us who are seeing the snow right now are going to continue to see these very strong winds. And even though we've seen a little bit of a break, you can see that heavy snow move through, a little bit of a break. Right behind it is more snowfall. We'll keep you up to date on that, Jim.
All right, Kenny Berg, thanks very much. We'll check in just a little while. Allen County is under a level 2 snow warning right now. That means you should only be on the road if your travel is absolutely essential. Nadia Bashir joins us now live with how the roads are shaping up right now. Nadia?
Jim, in the last 2 to 3 hours, things have gotten a lot worse. Snowing furiously, extremely windy. I'm not sure if you can hear it. The wind is absolutely howling, a deep howling behind me now. That level 2 warning in Fort Wayne is in effect until 7 tomorrow night. Of course, many people still have to make it to work tomorrow morning. An impending blizzard didn't slow down Fort Wayne drivers today. Donovan Norcross lives in Fort Wayne but is originally from Michigan. He says Michigan plows streets much earlier than Fort Wayne.
Well, I was on the roads at 6:30 this morning trying to get to work by 7.
What'd you think?
Definitely need to be plowed. I was driving in people's tracks, but in a lot of places we were driving in the middle of the road. Nobody knew where the sides of the road were, and I think they just need to be plowed. I don't care if they salt or not, but
it's crazy. I don't ever really remember having weather like this.
Kristen Whirling thought crews did a decent job clearing roads today.
Between 1 and 10. So far, I would say it's a 7 or 8. Tomorrow, though, I don't know about that.
An estimated 8 to 12 inches of snow is possible tonight. Snowplows at the Indiana Department of Transportation were constantly in and out of INDOT's garage today. Combined, INDOT and the city of Fort Wayne will have about 80 snowplows on the road in Fort Wayne. Still, drivers are bracing for bad road conditions.
I think I'm very glad I'm off work tomorrow.
I don't know. I hope the plows are out because I got to get to work still.
So it's not going to slow you down?
Nope, not going to slow me down a bit.
Well, as you can see, several inches have already fallen, several more expected to possibly fall tonight. Now, again, that snow emergency that is in effect means only essential travel to work or if you need to get to a doctor. Jim, a lot of people also saying that their car doors were locked, so leave a little bit of extra time when you leave in the morning to kind of defrost that as well.
Frozen shut. All right. Nadia Bashir, thank you. Stay warm. Highway travel warnings are in effect over most of our viewing area. Level 2 warnings and travel advisories have been issued in Wabash, Adams, and DeKalb counties. New Haven Mayor Terry McDonald has also issued a level 2 in his city. It appears most people took the advice to stay off the roads tonight. Police are reporting very few crashes since the blizzard started ramping up. They tell Fox 4 Wayne the big problem right now is cars running into snow drifts. Daniel Woodruff is on the scene along I-69 with a story on tonight's whiteout conditions.
Jim, it's absolutely treacherous outside on the roads right now. You can see behind me on I-69, there are very few cars even out. It's safe to say on a night like tonight, you definitely want to be inside.
Oh, they're terrible. Very slick. Strong wind.
Douglas Brashear was on his way to Elkhart tonight when he got a message from his trucking company. Pull over.
The ice is bad enough, but when the wind's blowing this hard, you really got no control.
But he arrived at Fort Wayne Truck Plaza and found it's completely full, packed with truck drivers trying to avoid the blinding snow.
I'm just going to try and find an empty spot to get into and shut down for the night.
But while roads are treacherous, they're also fairly quiet. Very few drivers are out tonight, exactly what police hoped for.
The fewer cars on the road, the fewer chances for people to get into crashes.
5 o'clock on Lima Road in Fort Wayne is usually the start of a busy rush hour, but not tonight. Riding along with Indiana State Police, we found fewer cars on the roads.
People probably just maybe threw in the towel early and decided, today's not a good day to be out and about.
But then again, you'll find those who don't mind driving in a blizzard and may even like it.
No, it doesn't bother me at all, as long as there's nobody else on the road that we have to run into.
Now, as I mentioned, riding along with police today, we didn't see many cars on the roads, but we did find this moped parked outside a strip mall. I hope no one had to ride that home tonight. Reporting in Fort Wayne, I'm Daniel Woodruff, Fox Fort Wayne News, 1st at 10.
Thank you, Daniel. The Red Cross has opened a shelter for motorists stranded by the storm. 2 hours ago, the First Assembly of God at 1400 West Washington Center Road opened its doors. The Red Cross will provide snacks, hot beverages, warm blankets, and other help there. Members of the Indiana National Guard are patrolling the roadways to help any drivers stranded in the blizzard. This storm spans more than 1,000 miles, affecting communities across the country's midsection. Fox Fort Wayne's weather specialist Marshall McConnell joins us live now, and she'll give us take us around the country right now to see the impact. Marshall?
Jim, so far this storm has impacted 100 million people. It stretches from Texas to Michigan and has impacted 30 states. 6 Midwestern states are under a blizzard warning. As Kenny said earlier, we're now seeing the brunt of this storm. I've spent the day tracking it, and here's a look at what things have been looking like across the country. The National Weather Service has characterized the storm as powerful and potentially deadly. The storm's fury has closed roads and canceled around 6,000 flights.
This kind of weather, severe cold, is going to last the next week to 2 weeks.
Early this morning, it hit Dallas, closing DFW Airport and leaving Texans in unfamiliar freezing temperatures. Missouri is also in the storm's wake. Parts of the state expect 15 to 20 inches. Missouri's governor declared a state of emergency and called 600 members of the National Guard.
Ice is our number one fear. It's really what we geared up for. We can handle snow, we can handle large amounts of snow, but what we were afraid of is that the ice would cause massive power failure and that we would have to, on a humanitarian basis, intervene.
Fox Fort Wayne's sister station in Springfield, Illinois is getting 1 to 3 inches every hour. They could get a total of 17 inches of snow. That'll be partnered with strong winds.
Roads are just too hazardous, ice conditions, company just shut us down.
Jump over to Chicago. They're expecting record-setting snow between 15 and 24 inches. That's 3 times more than what were expected in Fort Wayne, and the most Chicago's seen at one time since 1967. Early voting for Chicago's mayoral race has been canceled tomorrow as a result of the snow. Iowa, Ohio, and Wisconsin are also under the blizzard warning. They're expected to get over 9 inches of snow. For most of the Midwest, the blizzard warning will continue into tomorrow. We won't get it to end in our area until tomorrow evening. We'll see winds at 30 miles per hour, gusting at 40 miles per hour, so that can make for some whiteout conditions. So, Jim, really dangerous conditions out there right now.
To say the least. Thanks very much, Marshall McConnell. In addition to schools being closed, Governor Mitch Daniels sent state employees home from work early today. He directed that all non-essential staff be allowed to leave at 3 this afternoon, and no decision has been made about state office staffing for tomorrow. Food delivery drivers have no choice but to brave the wintry weather. Waiter on the Way delivers food from over 100 area restaurants. The blizzards boosted their business by nearly 30%. Fox Fort Wayne's Kristen Mazer rode along for a delivery today. Kristen joins us now live out in the elements with that story. Kristen?
As in between the ice, the high winds, and the bitter cold, it is going to be rough for delivery drivers over the next few days. But I talked to one today that didn't seem to mind. In fact, he's actually looking forward to it. Okay, so you're starving, your fridge is empty, and outside looks like a scene from Whiteout. Solution? Let these guys brave the winter storm for you.
Usually the call volume and the orders will start to really ramp up.
While most are dreading Snowzilla 2011, Waiter on the Way employees are looking forward to it. The company heads to your favorite Fort Wayne restaurant, picks up your food, and drops it off at your doorstep. During these wintry conditions, the company sees
between a 20 to 30% increase in call volume.
Owner Derek Burke says orders came in a little earlier today. Folks wanted to make sure they got their food before conditions got worse. I hopped in the car with Mike Carteau. Mike's worked at Waiter on the Way for 20 years.
I've been doing this long enough that, the storms don't bother me.
So Mike, where are we heading?
Right now we're heading to Panda Express at Glenbrook.
Oh, I love their orange chicken.
Yes.
Mike delivers food from around 150 area restaurants. So do you know all 150 by heart?
Most of them.
Getting to them on days like today can be difficult, especially if you're following a vehicle like this. Wow, that is a violation on multiple accounts. Finally, we make it to our destination.
Alrighty, well, we got our food, we're ready to go. We got 2-3 entree plates of orange chicken and fried rice and 4 egg rolls. Yes, once you get into the car, you'll notice that it smells real good. Headed to Newport. We're looking for 3916. Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm following him along, so.
That's your cheerleader. We got 2-3
Your food
entree.
smells amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
One delivery down, many more to go. The snow starts to pick up, and so do the orders. Mike's off to another delivery. Back at the office, Derek monitors the weather and hopes the blizzard doesn't put a damper on business.
The problem is if it starts to get really bad, maybe say at like 5 or 6, and it's really starting to come apart, then we'll kind of go the opposite way, where we'll have restaurants starting to close, and then people just lock themselves down. They're at home and they stay home. That's it. They're kind of stuck with the food they have.
Now, Waiter on the Way is open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., but because of the snow, those hours could fluctuate, so be sure to check first. Now, if you're stuck and you can't reach them, here's a tip for you. Snow can actually be your best friend. It'll keep your food fresh, as well as not having to use any electricity. Jim, another thing you don't have to worry about, running out of snow anytime soon.
Kind of nature's refrigerator out there.
Absolutely. Right. I'm going to put everything on there when I get back to my apartment.
Fine. Kristen Mazer, thanks a lot. On the lighter side of this storm, tonight we're asking for your help in naming the blizzard of 2011. Get creative. Head to our Facebook page to post your name. Snowpocalypse and Snowmageddon, by the way, have already been sent in. Forget about those. Just head to facebook.com/Fox Fort Wayne. We'll pick the best 5 and give you the chance to vote for your favorite in an online poll. We're also looking for great weather photos wherever you happen to be. If you have pictures of the ice and snow from around town or in your own backyard, send them to news@WFFT.com.
Egypt's president promises to step aside.
The demonstrators want this to end, if not today, then this Friday at the latest.
Tonight, the latest on the crisis, a fallen officer's memorial.
I'm a better person for having known him, and the city is a safer place because of his service.
Remembering David Moore. How you can track the blizzard overnight. Fox Fort Wayne News, first at 10, is just getting started.
More snow is on the way, then colder temperatures. I'll tell you about it after the break.